This is a good story. It's nice to see something like this. The spokesman for, now, as you know, I guess it was about 2 weeks ago, the Oakland mayor, Libby Schaaf, warned the immigrant community in Oakland that they were anticipating ICE raids. This is U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement officers were planning to raid areas around Oakland. The ICE officials and Jeff Sessions criticized Schaaf for tipping off the immigrants about the raid. Apparently, there were about 230 some odd suspected undocumented immigrants who were arrested. But they were attempting to claim that there were 800 or so criminals at large because they were tipped off by the mayor. In fact, last week in Sacramento, Sessions said, those are 800 wanted criminals that are now at large in the community, 800 wanted criminals that ICE will now have to pursue with more difficulty and more dangerous situations, all because of one mayor's irresponsible action. Well, the San Francisco spokesman for ICE resigned over what he described as false and misleading statements made by some of those top-ranking ICE officials and by Jeff Sessions. The guy's name, James Schwab, spoke out to news outlets on Monday. He said that statements made by Jeff Sessions and acting director Thomas Homan that there were potentially hundreds of criminal aliens that evaded ICE was BS. He said that he pushed back on that characterization internally and that ICE had told him, deflect questions. This is what he had to say. I quit because I didn't want to perpetuate misleading facts. I asked them to change the information. I told them the information was wrong. They asked me to deflect. I didn't agree with that. Then I took some time and I quit. Good for him. He said, I didn't feel like fabricating the truth to defend ourselves against her actions was the way to go about it. We were never going to pick up that many people. To say that 100% are dangerous criminals on the street or that those weren't picked up because of misguided actions of the mayor is just wrong. In other words, there's probably like 700 moms running around the San Francisco area now, taking care of their kids. He said ICE never arrests 100% of the people initially targets in an operation. The operation was not even originally expected to arrest the 232 suspected immigrants, making it more successful than planned. Not necessarily the way that I would measure success, but at least the guy is willing to quit because he's being forced to lie. You know what else would be a good idea to quit? Just quit because it's ICE and they're terrorizing immigrants. That would be a great idea, actually. Don't wait for them to make you lie. Quit now because they're stripping you of your humanity. That's my message to anybody who works for ICE. And if you're worried about it, I can almost guarantee you, I don't know what you make at ICE, but I almost could guarantee you that if you made a show of it and started a GoFundMe, that you would make at least a year's salary. You get a nice severance package. Because that's how disgusting ICE is. And it would be a nice encouragement. Buyouts for everybody associated with ICE.